to be the state? Did the state plant the drugs? Is this what it's going to be? Are we going to try and argue that?
Are you joking me?
I think that
last night. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that their issue is just that they're like, if we admit that he's been doing coke this entire time, then we have to admit that we've been financially supporting a cocaine and his coke habit, which has destroyed his life. And I guess to some people that would be a bit much to swallow, you know, immediately.
Or even a worse thing to say. The Kino casino was right.
Or the Kiwi
you also have to
Farms.
admit that,
Kiwi Farms was right. No,
you have to admit that all these assholes that you don't like are right, and you have to like acknowledge that all the signs are there for months, and you just ignore them because you're like retarded.
What the saying is true. It's easier to fool somebody than to convince them they were fooled. Whoa. People don't want to be convinced that they were fooled, that they were tricked, that they, you know, because it makes them feel fucking stupid, and nobody wants to feel that way. So they're just in total denial, and it's sad.
Like that famous reaction gif where they have to walk in front of the mirror and be like, "I'm."
Yeah.
They see the reaction and announce it.
The vindication that you must feel, though, Josh, on all of this, it's got to feel good, man. Because you were getting so much fucking heat for a while from this guy and his fucking fans, and they were just coming up with anything. Remember when, like, Rekieta was, like, mocking you? If only you had somebody to help you raise money for this legal fund, huh? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
And how arrogant he was?
Yeah, I knew that something was off when he just like completely stopped paying attention to any of the litigation that we're going through, because there's so much fun stuff to talk about with like Russell Greer. Like I can't go too far into it because of the liabilities and stuff, but like the filings are very funny, and the thread on that litigation is extremely long when it's just a handful of people talking about it, because it's every day there's basically insane shit to talk about. Rekieta could have, if you don't remember, Rekieta and I hit it off because we were talking about Russell Greer. So when he stopped like talking about that shit, I knew that there was like, I think the word the kid uses static. There was static. I was like, no, this shit's off.
But, you know, if he's trying to, like, it's kind of counterproductive him doing that, right? Because if what he wanted was, like, goodwill on Kiwi Farms, because he admitted that he reads his thread every day, which is not wise. You know, if you can't, like, it's not wise. But the guy, if you want to build goodwill with your site, like, why wouldn't he just continue on doing that? You know what I mean? It just seems counterproductive. Like, then he's going after you and stuff like that. Like, it's just making the problem worse, isn't it? Like, I don't really, like, think,
yeah.
I don't understand what he was thinking.
Harkening back to what you said before, it was, I think, probably an arrogance on his part where he felt entitled to be able to go out and do the swinging stuff and not have people criticize him for doing it. And I also think that when you have people who have a certain kind of pathological lying to them, they're very frustrated when people are right, when they speculate. And it's in his head, it's like, there's no way you could have not known for sure that I went to Hedonism 2 and I did swinging with like on interracial swinging night or whatever the fuck. There's no way you could know